Hey guys, welcome back. So today I am bringing you my 25th week bump date, which is completely insane because obviously I am way over halfway through my pregnancy. Let's just go ahead and get into the baby's weight and all the good measurements and stuff like that. The baby is about 13 and a half inches long and a little over a pound, so about like 1.5 pounds. And if you have pregnancy apps, you would know that they typically, for each new week that you go through, they compare the baby to, it could be a fruit, a vegetable, an item, or an animal, which I think is the cutest thing ever. But the app that I have compared the baby this week to a rutabaga. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. It looked like a fruit or a vegetable. It's probably neither, but it looks like a fruit or vegetable. I'll insert a picture right here kind of showing you what it is, and I'll put if it's a fruit or a vegetable after I look it up because I have no idea what it is. I just went with the flow and I said, okay, my baby is the size of a rutabaga. But if we're going to talk in mommy terms, the baby is about the length of 2 juice boxes stacked on top of each other and the weight of about 4 of them. So that's an easier comparison than a rutabaga, something I have no idea what it is. Some things that are happening for baby this week are the baby's continually growing hair. Now, I beg to differ. My babies were never really born with a lot of hair, heartburn or not. And I really don't think my baby's growing hair, if anything. But if you're lucky, your baby's growing hair right now. The baby's lungs are gearing up to start breathing. I'm not 100% sure when the baby starts to breathe, but the baby does breathe in the womb, and they breathe amniotic fluid, which I think is like crazy because they're like little fishes. They're just breathing in fluids. I don't know. It sounds like odd, but it is what it is. Also this week their nose starts to work, and I'm not sure in what sense it starts working. Like, I don't know if, because like you breathe through your nose, so I don't know, like, if the baby hasn't started breathing yet, I don't know if it means the baby starts like smelling. If that's the case, I feel bad for the baby because I can only imagine that amniotic fluid is not the best smelling. But it's just a temporary smell, so we'll just leave it at that. We thing is the baby still has no name. That is why the baby is being referred to as the baby. We haven't decided on a name. We haven't really talked about names. If you have any name suggestions, put them down in the comment box because I'm open to suggestions on first name, middle name. It's hard to pick a baby's name. It really is, because if you find the perfect first name, you have to find like the perfect middle name that goes. Like, you want it to flow, like their first, middle, and last. Like, it needs to flow.
So it's hard, and you have to think about, like, I don't know. There's certain names that you can only see that person having when they're old, and then there's certain names that you only see somebody having as a baby. Maybe that's just me, but I don't know. Maybe that's why it's just so hard for me to pick a name. And I don't want something common either. So the baby's just unknown as of right now. No namer is what she's gonna go as. So that's all for the baby.
For me, not too much has happened. My weight is 125.6 pounds. We have to put that 0.6 in there because I have such a hard time gaining weight. So if I'm 0.6, I'm gonna add that in there. I do know a lot of people. I have seen a lot of posts of people being about my close to how far along I am and being in the 120s with their weight. Now, I will say I wouldn't really don't compare your weights during pregnancy because everyone's going to gain weight at a different rate. If your doctor feels comfortable with your weight gain, then that's all that really matters. Some people gain weight easier than others, more weight than others. I started off not being able to gain weight very easily, so therefore I haven't really gained that much weight this pregnancy, but it's a steady weight and it's what's healthy for me and my baby. So 125.6 pounds is what is healthy for me, so my doctor feels comfortable with it. Obviously some people are 25 weeks and way past that or below that, and that's completely fine too. It just all depends on your body and where you started off with. So if your doctor hasn't said anything about it, I wouldn't worry about it. Just for sure, don't compare your weight with other people's, because you're just going to be like, oh my gosh, there's something wrong here, when there probably isn't. Let's see. Yesterday I had my glucose test, which I passed. I didn't think I wasn't going to pass. I will say though, I have had the orange flavor and the fruit punch flavor. I recommend the orange flavor. And I'm not even an orange flavor kind of person. I think the orange one tastes like just orange soda. And for some reason, the orange one burned my throat, like going down. So it was literally like drinking soda. The fruit punch one was harder to get down. That was literally like drinking like a Capri Sun with added sugar, like the kind of sugar you really don't want added to it. It was harder to get down for some unknown reason. But if I had to choose ever again, it would be the orange.
I told my doctor, like, yesterday, I was just, like, surprised me because I really didn't know which one I wanted, but now I know. Not fruit punch. It's definitely orange.
Another thing is, we'll just go ahead and go into symptoms. There's a few symptoms I have. The first one is headaches. That is mainly because this baby has wanted caffeine. Obviously, caffeine's not good for babies, or not babies, but like pregnancy. You're not supposed to have that much caffeine. In general, again, it depends on the doctor you have. Some will say cut it out completely. Some will say in moderation. This baby wants caffeine, so this baby is going to get caffeine in moderation, of course. But if I don't get it when I want it, there's a headache. So I will say that's pregnancy related. Another one is peeing. That's like your typical pregnancy symptom. And it only gets worse the farther along you are, because obviously you have a heavier baby on your bladder. Another one is fatigue. That's a given, especially if you have other children that you care for. That's just, obviously you're going to have more fatigue. Moodiness is another one. I'm always moody. If I can tell I'm being moody, then I must be pretty moody if I can tell I'm being pretty moody. So moody's on there. Another is restless leg syndrome. Now, I've had this even before being pregnant, but it's more annoying when you have it and you're pregnant, because it just tends to happen when you can actually find yourself falling asleep for once, because you're not being like kicked from the inside. You know, the baby's taking a rest in there and you can finally like take a rest for yourself, but then it's like, no, the baby's not kicking you. No, I'm just gonna want your legs to keep moving instead. That's like the only way I can describe restless leg syndrome. Is it just feels like you want to like go on a run, like your feet have to keep moving, or not your feet but your legs. Another one is sciatic nerve pain, which has been a pain in my butt, literally. That has been the top most like annoying symptom this pregnancy, and I had it last pregnancy, and it was the first time I've had that, but it just gets worse. Like, and there's nothing you can even do about it. I can try to move the baby around, because I guess you have it because the baby's on a nerve or something, but the baby's on a nerve, all right. And it's my nerves, because that is like the most annoying symptom you can have. And I'm sure it's funny to other people, because I can be walking down the aisle at the grocery store and my leg can just give out on me like that. So it probably looks really funny to other people. And I can do nothing but laugh at the same time, because it's just like, I can't even walk. Like, I can't walk when I have it. It just hurts that bad. But all I can, blah, blah, blah. It hurts that bad, but all I can do is really laugh, because I probably look like I'm imagining how funny I look trying to walk with it. I think that's all for symptoms. Oh, no, and another one. Because like I said, pregnancy is not the most glorious thing. It has its good, the bad, and the ugly. This is an ugly. Too. I would say weight gain, but not in the sense of gaining weight. It's in the sense of my body swelling, I guess. My face, when I gain weight, I gain it in my face for the most part, especially when I'm pregnant. But my face has been swollen, and my hands have looked swollen. And I only really noticed, like, my hands and my arms. Maybe not my arms, but my hands can look swollen sometimes. But my face, definitely, that's like number one. And then also, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Discharge. That's another one. I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to pretend like I have no symptoms, because that's like one that I've had since the way start. I thought I was going to be able to get away with no pads. You know, when you're pregnant, you don't have a period, so you can just throw those out the window. But oh, lucky me, I wasn't able to do that this time. So pads have been my best friend.
Okay, so my iPad just died because I guess I talk way too, not died. I ran out of space because I guess I talk way too much. So we're gonna, get this show on the road. Because we can ramble. I can ramble all day long. My videos are already too long for a pregnancy update. Anyways.
So the last few things I wanted to show you guys are just 2 products that I use for this pregnancy. Well, mainly for my last pregnancy too, but that I use for stretch marks. Now I don't think there's products out there that can, what's the word? Prevent them. I don't think you can prevent stretch marks. I think if you're going to get them, you're going to get them. It just kind of depends on your skin, your genetics. I think that all plays a role in it. I do think there's things out there that can help you reduce the appearance of them and kind of make it to where you're not, it's so itchy all the time, if that makes sense. So just 2 things I use are, this is like your basic, everyone has probably tried this, used it, everyone has seen it, I'm sure. It's just the Palmer's Cocoa Butter formula. I use this on my stomach. This is a very thick formula, but I like to let it absorb and kind of like dry before I put my shirt on, because then I feel like it just sticks to my clothes and I hate that feeling. So I use this on my stomach. Now this, like I said, I only use it on my stomach. That's the one place I don't have stretch marks. I have stretch marks on my boobs, my thighs, my butt, and the back of my legs. So maybe I should try putting this everywhere else now that I think about it. Because the one place I use it, I don't have stretch marks. But I do use that, like I said, on my stomach, but I should probably start using it everywhere else. And another thing I use is this coconut oil. What brand is it? It's the Vita Coco brand, and I actually used a different brand before this, but I do like this. I use this everywhere else just because it keeps me feeling hydrated, so I'm not itchy with this pregnancy. My stretch marks have just been so itchy, and I do know it's very important to keep them hydrated so you're not making them worse, because I guess itching them makes it worse is what I've heard. So yeah, that's really all I have for my 25th week of pregnancy. If you do have any name suggestions for this baby, like I said, leave them in the comments below. I'm very open to suggestions. If you're interested in these products I use, I will leave a link down below for those as well. Yeah, I think that's all. I'm sure I'll forget something and think about it as I'm editing the video. Sorry this video is so long. I'm really trying to work on not making my videos so long, because it's really unnecessary for some videos. But yeah, I will see you guys on my next video. I will be uploading a video. It's actually going to be a collaboration video with another YouTube mommy that I follow, and it's going to be regarding being pregnant with other small children. So that one will be pretty interesting. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you want to stay tuned, watch more videos, be up to date, subscribe, put that little notification bell thing on, and yeah, that's all I got for this week. I'll probably do another bump date at my next appointment when I'm about 29 weeks, just because I feel like nothing new is going to happen next week, but you never know. So yeah, thanks for watching.